So the first presidential debate is September 26th, the same day I plan to get my back waxed, which should be just as entertaining. The only thing that would make it better, a third contestant, which could happen. In my perfect world, that third candidate would be a robot or a giant lizard or a robot giant lizard. But instead, I'll have to make do with Gary Johnson. The debate commission is reportedly drawing up plans for a three-person debate. Kinky. As Johnson rises in the polls. The former New Mexico governor is up around 8%, but needs to get to 15% to be eligible. So doing the math seems boring. Joining us now, Libertarian presidential nominee, Governor Gary Johnson. Governor, always a pleasure. Yeah. So, honestly, you're a very honest person. What are your chances of getting up there behind a podium?
Better than 50%.
That's good. So that's that's about half.
Good math, Greg. I'm glad to see that you still got it all together.
I do, yes. It's amazing what pharmaceuticals, legal ones, can do, Governor. I want to ask, everybody always, asks you, what's the first thing you would do as president? I want to ask you, what's the third thing?
Boy, this is just as irrelevant as it always has been. I've missed this. I've really missed this. Man, this is really great. Thanks, man.
What do you want to do if you were president?
What do I want to do?
Yes.
Well, I want to reduce the size of government. I believe that less money out of my pocket is a good thing, and then stand up for civil liberties. So included in those civil liberties, of course, legalizing marijuana, marriage equality, women's right to choose, and then let's stop with the military interventions, with regime change that has resulted in a less safe world. How's that for starters? Let's bring the world together with free markets.
You know what? I like you because you're for free markets and free minds, and I think you're like a sleeper candidate. You're a two-term governor, but you're also kind of goofy, right?
Sleeper candidate. Sleeper candidate. What's goofy? What's goofy, man?
No, because you. You are the next president. The next president. The next but the thing is, the reason why I bring that up is on the 5, we're constantly talking about Trump and Hillary and how flawed they are, and Geraldo says, well, Gary Johnson, he's kind of weird. I'm going like, what's wrong with weird? When you're looking at the other candidates, you were a successful two-term governor. You cut spending. You left a budget surplus. You won Republican in a state that was 2-to-1 Democrat. What's weird about that?
Well, weird is having Bill Weld as my running mate, a two-term Republican governor in the state of Massachusetts, 4-to-1 Democrat.
Yeah.
We didn't raise taxes a penny. Man, this is really getting weird.
Yes.
Standing up for civil liberties. Do you remember Bill Weld was denied the nomination to be ambassador to Mexico by Jesse Helms because in 1997, Jesse Helms said, this is a guy who's pro-choice, who's pro-gay rights, and who's pro-medical marijuana? Yeah, boy, this is one weird ticket. Yeah, it is. It is interesting.
It's a balance because you're small government, he's big government. Now, a lot of people have an issue about marijuana and the fact that you are involved in the marijuana industry. I'm pro-legalization of just about everything, except children. I think children should be banned. But I want to ask you, my issue with pot is that I feel that it should be seen as a reward, like a martini, like you should work first and then smoke. My problem is that too many young people they get a bong and they end up on the couch and their ambition is gone. I don't think you can legislate that, but does that ever occur to you that that could be a consequence?
Oh my gosh, Greg. Man, well, the scenario you're pointing out is not criminal. That somebody wants to take the edge off the day by smoking pot or indulging in marijuana product just like others do drinks. I mean, come on, as long as you're not doing any harm to anybody else. as the Libertarian nominee for president, as your next president, I'm going to always come down on the side of choice. Look, people ought to be able to make choices in their lives as long as those choices don't adversely affect others.
I agree with you completely. Very sensible. I think that everybody has the right to their own oblivion. Correct?
I think so, but back to oblivion, as long as you're not doing any harm to anybody else.
Well, then what's the fun in that? I want right to oblivion while harming others. Anyway, Governor, thanks for putting up with me.
Oh, thank you. I can't believe you haven't had me on, but I've missed you. I've missed you.
I've missed you too. Well, maybe later. All right. Thank you, Governor. Up.